Welcome to the 8th edition of the JLU International Festival of Media, hosted and curated by the Faculty of Journalism and Communication, Jagran Lakecity University. I am your host, Juweriya Ghayas, and today we are joined by the powerhouse of creativity and strategy, Mr. Ritam Bhatnagar. He is the founder of the Indian Film Project, which is Asia's largest content festival that celebrates culture and creativity. We welcome you, sir.
Thank you so much, Juweriya.
What was that this is getting real moment? The moment where you felt that IFP is going to go global?
Oh, that was, I specifically remember it was in 2016. So for the first 5 years, the festival used to happen in Ahmedabad, and we had roughly around 2,500 people who used to attend it. And we were really happy with it. Until one day, our first employee who joined us in 5th year, he comes to me and he says, "Hey, why are you doing it in Ahmedabad? You need to move it to Bombay." And I was kind of partially convinced, but he was young, 22-year-old, so I just kind of took a bet on his gut feeling, and we moved the festival to Bombay. And the moment we moved it to Bombay, we had 9,000 people coming in that day. And we were like, I'd never seen 9,000 people coming for a creative celebration in India. That was the point where I kind of looked around the entire room and I was like, wow, this is the moment of arrival. So I specifically remember it was 1st October 2016.
That is remarkable. We also know that you're a world record holder at Lego building. What does Lego building teach you about storytelling and creativity, especially in a world that is so digital?
So, while like you said, the world is going digital, but Lego is very experiential. You can't do it on an app. You have to kind of pick up the bricks and then eventually make something like this. The beautiful part about Lego is that the same bricks that can make a car can also make a spaceship and can also make a face. So the same bricks have infinite possibilities, which means if you pick up couple of elements and then you put them in different order, different outcomes come. And that's what happens with your stories too, right? You have limited things that you could play around, and then every time you change one variable, the story changes, right? So I think for me, Lego does two things. Of course, it teaches me and constantly reinforces that infinite is possible and that there is no stopping. So even with 10 Lego bricks, you could make thousands of objects, right? And the second thing that it teaches you is that it's really important as an adult to still spend time with with yourself as a child, with the children inside you, because a lot of times, growing up, while of course you are too young to maybe contemplate it, but when you are going to be in your late 20s, when you would have too many things on your plate to do, and the world would feel that it's full of things that you don't like, and at that moment if you find one thing that you like, it kind of brings back the child inside you to play it. So I just feel that a lot of us as adults need to kind of also understand that toys are not meant for kids, they are for everyone.
I'm truly so fascinated by your journey, and I'm pretty sure everybody who is my age and is learning new things would be so fascinated to hear your journey. So with 12 plus domain such as gaming, podcasting, tech, how do you maintain that fresh inclusivity every year?
So I'll tell you why 12 plus domain. A couple of years back we realized that creative people are shape shifting, which means that no one today is just a musician. A musician by weekday is a poet by weekend. A dancer by weekend is a cinematographer by weekday. A camera operator by weekday is a writer by weekend. So people wear multiple hats in creative ecosystem, and we realized it would be very wrong to just limit ourselves as a festival or as a company to only people who are, say, just filmmakers, because a filmmaker on a weekday can also be a podcaster on a weekend. So we said, hey, let's identify every possible domain where the creative inclusion can happen, and let's try and include all of them as a part of the festival that we do. Now, since you were talking about inclusion, all of these domains, thanks to internet, are growing and getting exposed equally, which means today no one can say that, hey, only person with a certain skill can become a podcaster. You could also nurture those skills, but while podcasting, you will also have to develop your writing skills, right? To become a writer, to become a storyboarder, you might have to develop your design skills. So all of these skills are also becoming interrelated. You know, a podcaster also needs to know how to edit a sound, how to write it, right? How to shoot. What are the camera angles? What are the 3-point lighting system? How does the 3-camera setup work? So a lot of these things which were earlier not part of someone's job have now become part of someone's job. So we are living in an era where we cannot exclude a particular field by any chance. You know, technology wants you to make every field related to each other, and that's what is happening. So we are just becoming more inclusive in terms of how fields are coming in. The second thing that is happening is the globalization, is the understanding that earlier, when, for example, say when podcasting would have become big in US, it would have taken it 10 years to come down to India. But thanks to internet, now these things become really fast. So when vlogging becomes cool in US, couple of weeks later it becomes cool in India as well. When voguing becomes a new dance form in Europe, suddenly couple of weeks later it becomes new dance form in India as well. So we are almost now growing globally across the world in terms of new skills, new techniques coming into picture. So every time there is a newer learning that happens, the learning doesn't take months and months or years. It takes couple of days for the learning to come to everyone else, right? So I think that's the beautiful part that technology is playing in bringing all of these fields together as well.
Yeah. That's truly insightful. You are the founder of such a big platform. I'm so intrigued to know, what is the dream brand that you want to work with?
I'm already working with every dream brand that I could.
That's amazing. Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable insights. It was truly phenomenal. With video journalist Sanya Mehta, I am Juweriya Ghayas, and for more such content, keep watching Lakecity Live.